The Government of Belize and the Caribbean Development Bank are partnering to tackle poverty in Belize through the 9th cycle of the Basic Needs Trust Fund, BNTF, and the Belize Social Investment Fund, BSIF-Three project. The BNTF is being implemented through a $4.5 million grant, and the BSIF is a $10 million loan. The aim of both these projects is to address growing poverty in vulnerable communities across Belize.
There's a continuing need. Poverty has persisted, and the contributors to our Special Development Fund have in fact agreed with us that we need to continue this support. Indeed, it is very difficult, especially to get these grant funds. The negotiations are not easy. So we have to continuously show that we're making a difference. I mean, after all, the funds that we are provided from the non-borrowing members to extend grants to Belize to do this work is really taxpayers' money. So we have to be very astute, we have to be very targeted in using those scarce resources. But I get the impression, and I have a strong feeling, and so does my team, that once we can demonstrate that we are doing good work and that we will continue to get financing and funding and grant financing under the BNTF program.
The Basic Needs Trust Fund, $4.5 million will be invested in several communities in Belize over the next 3 years. According to William Lamb of SIF, the needs are many and there are a large number of requests, but those will have to be prioritized.
We have over 300 such requests on file. We ask various ministries to prioritize these, for example, education, rural development for the water and other institutional assistance, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Human Development. And the reason why we work with the ministries is that we need to ensure sustainability after the project has been implemented. So the ministry would send back and they'll then give us priority lists. As I mentioned this morning, we have a large number of lists, but not enough money to deal with the amount of projects that are prioritized as number one under each sector.
So you don't have right now who are going to be the beneficiaries of these?
Though that takes a process of getting certain approval, even approval of the bank, of certain lists that are prioritized and within the funds that we've gotten through both of these interventions.
The projects are yet to be named, but they will help to provide access to quality education, water and sanitation, basic community access and drainage, and livelihood opportunities. As Cycle 9, this Basic Need Trust Fund project will not only continue some of the works of Cycles 7 and 8, but it will also expand on what was achieved.
What we have done this cycle, however, is to enhance our support to education by expanding the reach of the program to provide livelihoods enhancement. Many years ago, we started with the skills training exercises, and then we realized that we needed to train towards certification. So in Cycle 7 and 8, we introduced training towards NVQ and CVQ certification. In this cycle, we'll take those participants a bit further by providing them with skills towards entrepreneurship and with small seed finance for access to tools and equipment to enable them to use their qualifications to improve their livelihoods. So that's where we're now going with the Cycle 9.
The loan from C.D.B will be used mainly for financing social and economic infrastructure, social services, and organizational strengthening sub-projects in poor rural communities. The project is estimated to cost $12.5 million. The Government of Belize will provide $2.5 million in counterpart funding towards the project.
This would be used to infrastructure projects to help with in education, in water and sanitation, community enhancement. We have a social development, institutional strengthening, and health sector that we work with.
The C.D.B is hosting a week-long series of workshops that aims to support proper implementation of the grants to ensure that targets are met. Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.